Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, we are from Group 8. Today, we would like to discuss about discourse analysis. Okay, before that, I want to introduce my partner. The first, as a moderator, is me, Sirnelli Agustina. The second is Novianti. Next is Zahra Mukliha Muslim. And the last is Anissa Rahma. Okay, before start our discussion, let's pray Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, the first question is, there are three perspectives used to explain the reasons for the studying discourse analysis. What perspectives are they? Please briefly describe your answer. Okay, the first, I wanted to explain my perspective, my opinion. The first is, as we know, there are three perspectives from the text. The first is academic reason. Second, pragmatic reason. And the last is pedagogical reason. The first is academic reason. For me, in my mind, I think why academic reason, because discourse analysis through students to involve in interaction with others and interpret the meaning. So this is discourse analysis have to learn at university or college, especially for English education department. So next is pragmatic reason. Why discourse analysis in pragmatic reason? Because from reading the text, I can explain that pragmatic reason tell us discourse analysis study about context. While we reading discourse analysis, we also have to know the context in the text. So the last is pedagogic reason. As we know, in pedagogic, or we can say pendidikan, there are communicative. Likewise, discourse analysis. In discourse analysis, we also studies about communicative, like vocabularies, grammar, and linguistic. So, pedagogic is the one of perspective in discourse analysis. Okay, that is for me. So I give you opportunity to explain your mind about the first question. Okay.
Okay, I will answer to question number 2. There are three perspectives that are used reasons for the study discourse analysis, namely academic research. Would attest that through discourse analysis, students are involving in learning how in social interaction. Human confinement not as individualistic companies, but as of dynamic and ongoing negotiation with the three records. Therefore, the student majoring in college or university are often record to the study analysis academic subject HE as the compulsory subject or as a compulsory complementary subject. occurs that using a foreign language is very often synonymous with the participant in intercultural communicative event where there is of the misunderstanding because the interculture does not share culture follows and has defined explanation about how to teach language. There are four which means the student need to learn two different dimensions, or namely from and function or the full language in order to be used properly in three social life. In other words, students need to be taught not only forms of language such as pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar, but also the function language only configure civilization according to the context. And the last, pedagogical reasons. Close the language teaching and learning to teach of the foreign language, a second language. Other points and the discourse analysis for the foreign language education is very simple. This discourse analysis is coordinate with language used in really communicative situation, and so is foreign language education. I think that's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Novianti. For the others, you can unmute your microphone.
Okay, I will answer the first question. There are three perspectives explain the reason of studying discourse analysis. By discourse analysis, a student can understand about how to convey meaning to the interlocutor when interacting social. In addition, by students will gain knowledge and realize the importance of language in social relations. The second is pragmatic reason. By studying discourse analysis, students can avoid being unable to use language according to the context that isn't accordance with the text of its use. It can trigger misunderstandings and conflict in order to find out how language should be used for communication so as to avoid things such as misunderstanding. And the third is pedagogical reason. Information obtained from studying a discourse analysis can be used as inspiration for teacher as a reference source for formulating curriculum, designing syllabus, preparing teaching materials, and for determining language teaching methodology. I think that's all for me.
Okay, thank you for Zahra Mufida Muslim for your opinion. Okay, the last, Anissa Rahman. And yours.
Thank you. There are three perspectives used to explain the reason for studying discourse analysis. The first is academic reason. Discourse analysis is an interdisciplinary study related to linguistics, sociology, anthropology, psychology, philosophy, communication, and pedagogy. The students to research and explore society use text and speech. This is supported by our who asserts that from discourse analysis, students engage in learning about how people convey meaning in social interaction and not as individualistic and differ as a razor for dynamic and ongoing negotiation with the interlocutor. The second, pragmatical reason. We already know that pragmatically discuss the use or meaning of a word, phrase, even a sentence based on a certain context that influenced the use the meaning of a word. Effectively communicating in a foreign language, the speaker needs to have two types of knowledge, with that is structure and function. The third is pedagogical reason. Pedagogy has a meaning as a science or art, obeying a teacher, which refers to learning strategies or learning style. Discussion related to discourse analysis have a bond with the teaching learning of foreign language and second language. The relationship has also been confirmed by Kader, who mentioned that discourse analysis deals with the use of language in the real communicative situation in foreign language education, and therefore information about the use of language collected from discourse analysis is an inspiration for teacher and language practice to be used as a reference source for curriculum development, curriculum designs, teaching material design, and language teaching method decision. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you for your opinion about the first number. Now we can move for the second. Who should learn discourse analysis and why? Please explain your answer in the time. Okay, for me, who should learn discourse analysis? I think the people should learn about discourse analysis. If they wanted to know information and the knowledge about communication with others. But for now, especially just for the students of English Education Department, because they have the knowledge about language skill like speaking, writing, and reading. And they have knowledge about language skill like linguistics, likewise phonology, phonetic, and morphology. Okay, I think this is enough for me. Okay, for the others, you can unmute your microphone.
Okay. My answer for question how should learning and why. Maybe for the student who are in the world of education. The reasons is that the study discourse analysis, the subject is the use of the language on and objects. So by studying it, we can apply discourse analysis opportunity according to the condition that yeah, I think that's all.
Okay, thank you, Novianti, for your opinion. Okay, next for the others.
Okay, I will answer the second question. Those who should study discourse analysis are students who have studied and have knowledge of English language skill and language studies, because students already have knowledge of language elements such as linguistic, morphology, syntax, and others. Therefore, students will not find it very difficult when studying discourse analysis. In addition, to provide a clear understanding of the context of their use of English, so that they can significantly apply that knowledge when
Okay, thank you for Zahra Mufina Muslim for your opinion. Okay, next for Anissa Rahma. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Regarding that question, of course, communicate in social relationship. Let's see what the analysis of the discourse means. Well, discourse analysis make it possible to see how message or a meaning are organized, used, and understood. So, who should learn a discourse analysis is me or someone who use language when communication.
Okay, thank you Anissa Rahma for your opinion for the second question. Okay, next we move to the third question. What should the students do in learning discourse analysis? Please explain your answer in detail. Okay, for me, the student should have the knowledge about the language skill. Like I was saying before, and the student have to do about the language study like morphology, phonetic, syntax, or we can say linguistic. Okay, I think that's all for me. For the others, you can unmute your microphone.
My answer is what's question, what should the student do in learning discourse analysis? Maybe informal learning about the linguistic future the language used in real life context, and find out how language shall be used for the communication, and the last recognizes the most the appropriate use of the language for communication. I think that's all for me.
Okay, thank you Novianti for your opinion for the 3 questions. Okay, next for the others.
Okay, I will answer the third question. In studying discourse analysis, students must at least know 2 types of language knowledge, namely language skill, which include listening, speaking, reading, and writing, and also linguistic knowledge, which includes phonetics, morphology, syntax, and semantics. 2 types of knowledge are important to know when studying discourse analysis, because students will evaluate the rules of the language they will learn. In studying discourse analysis, there are 2 activities that they will do in studying discourse analysis, namely studying in theoretical concept of discourse analysis and conducting specific discourse analysis. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Zahra Muslim for your nice opinion. Okay, for the last, Anissa Rahma. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you. I think in discourse analysis learning, the thing students must do is to study and analysis the meaning of or considering social context. I mean, it's help to understand the function of language and how discourse can be used to drive positive change in social interaction. Thank you.
Okay, so, okay, thank you for Anissa Rahma for your nice opinion. Okay, guys, thank you for your nice opinion about number 3. Now we discuss about number 4. What are the advantages of learning discourse analysis and what would the students achieve? Okay, for me, the knowledge from discourse analysis is we can get advantage about the deep knowledge about concept in discourse analysis. So we can using discourse analysis at the next to get exercise and develop about critical thinking from discourse analysis. And the last, the advantage is to get clear understand about discourse analysis. For them, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, I answer. My answer to question number 4. Um, maybe can understand the nature of language as well as to understand the process of learning language for the language behavior. Even discourse analysis can be used as basic for being language. Clear understood and taught by educators to teach them to communicate effectively and faulty.
Okay, thank you Novianti for your nice opinion. Okay, next for the others, you can unmute your microphone.
The advantages of studying discourse analysis are, first, students gain in-depth knowledge of the concept of discourse analysis, so that this knowledge can be used to conduct discourse analysis. The way for students to get this knowledge is to study it well. Second is train and develop students' thinking skill by doing discourse analysis exercise in the classroom. The third, provide knowledge about the context of using good English. This can be done by analyzing the speech to know and understand the context in which the sentence are used in the speech. The next is the result of the discourse analysis can be used as inspiration for teaching English. I think that's all for me.
Okay, thank you Zahra Bukhila Muslim for your nice opinion. The question number 4. Okay, next, Anissa Rahma, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Talking about the advantages of learning discourse analysis, we can get it. First, they will of course acquire in-depth knowledge of the concept of discourse analysis and make it guided to carrying out the process of discourse analysis. Second, develops in critical thinking through the practice of discourse analysis. Then, most important is clear and used so so that students allow the result to be used according to communication needs. And lastly, use the result of discourse analysis as a source and inspiration for language development. I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Anissa Rahma, for your nice opinion. The question number 4. Okay, now we move to the next question. According to discourse analysis field, what should be learned and should be taught in a foreign language? Please explain your answer in detail. Okay, for me, in discourse analysis, we not only know about the form, but we know the function. For example, there is a dialogue between A and B. A asks for B. Where is the loo? But B don't understand and misunderstand about the loo. So A answered that the loo is ladies' room. So from this dialogue, we can get information that we not only study about the form like phonetic, phonology, but we also learn about the context like cultural, situational, and expression from the interlocutor. Okay, I think that's all for me.
Okay, my answer to question number 5. My opinion, emphasis on the foreign language teaching is to profit communication through by integration of our language skill with the help the student or oriented classroom, authentic and apply text, communicative testing principle for the teaching. I think that's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Novianti, for your good opinion. Okay, next for the others.
Okay, I will answer the question number 5. Students must learn about the form and function of language so that the foreign language can be used properly when interacting with others. The form language in question is such as pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. While the function of language is learning how to convey goals using some typical expression according to the context. This analysis will, of course, present a knowledge of language function in the context of teaching English, which is expect to minimize meaning difficult and enable students to use English both in speaking and writing. I think that's all for.
Okay, thank you, Zahra Mufia Muslim, for a good opinion. Okay, now we move to Anissa Rahma. Time is yours.
Okay. In my opinion, by doing real discourse analysis, students can understand how they are involved in discourse that shapes the way people will relationship with themselves and others. In other words, discourse analysis should involve students in the full process of identifying questions or problems, design research to answer questions, collecting relevant discourse data, and presenting their our analysis and interpretation. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you, Anissa Rahma, for your good opinion. Okay, now we move to the next question. Number 6, in more specific case, what are the advantages of learning discourse analysis according to pragmatic perspective? Okay, in my view, from the dialogue, what I say before, we have to learn about context-based sentence, not only about form-based sentence. So we can talk with others, especially for the different culture. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, my answer for question number 6. To know general terms for the number of the approach in analysis, the uses of the writing, vocal or single language, or the semiotic, even of the significance. I think that's all for me.
Okay, thank you for Novianti. Now we move to the next speakers.
Okay, I will answer the questions. The advantages of studying discourse analysis from a pragmatic perspective. First, knowing how the language is recognize the most appropriate use language thoughts that can cause in conflict in communication. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Zahra Mukliya Muslim. Now we move to the next speakers. Anissa Rahma.
Okay, based on pragmatic perspective, communicating speakers to have two of knowledge like structural and functional. In other words, the student needs to learn not only the form of speech like pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar, but also how to convey the function of the speech, just like that.
Okay, thank you guys for your attention and your opinion. Next, we move to the last question. How to use discourse analysis in pedagogical context? Okay, for me, how to use discourse analysis in pedagogical context, because there is a many trend and in methodology about apply communicative approach, especially in from explanation Yassi and Kaharudin. They said that there are trend methodological focus in apply communicative. So in pedagogical, the students can increase and develop their ability, language skill like phonology, morphology, and semantic. Okay, I think that's enough for me.
Okay. My answer is discourse analysis has be an inspiration for language teacher and the participant how they use as a reference source to formulate curriculum, design syllabus, prepare teaching material, and to determine language teaching and methodology. Discourse analysis is like a brick that connect to the teacher and the communicative approach in developing the communicative contents of language learners. Those who have studied linguistic and language skills study discourse analysis as academic subject university to successfully disseminate it and relate to knowledge of discourse analysis and pedagogical competent in the classroom. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you, Novianti, for your good opinion about the last question. Now we move to the next speakers.
Okay, I will answer the last. Information on language use obtained from discourse analysis has become an inspiration for teachers to be used as a reference source for formulating curriculum, designing syllabus, preparing teaching materials, and for determining a language teaching methodology. The language teaching method used in discourse analysis is a communicative method in which the teacher not only teach a student to learn the form of language, but also its function. I think that's all for me.
Okay, thank you Zahra Mufliha Muslim for your good opinion about the last question. Now we move to the last speakers, Anissa Rahma.
Well, thank you. About that question, in my opinion, to teach the function of language, teacher need to bring information analysis of discourse in education system that teach and learn for its language. And of course, to enable effective and smooth communication, a teacher needs to thoroughly understand what and how techniques to socialize language learn in context in which the language is used. Just like simple for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys for your nice opinion for our discussion today. Okay, the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.